Hello, Star Wars fans. Hey, they're just 49 days until Christmas 2020, and we are on the eve of The Mandalorian, Chapter 10, otherwise known as Season 2, Episode 2, and I've got some theories about where this episode is going, what we might see, and who we might see, and what Din Djarin might be up to. So, without further ado, I want to go into the thumbnail that I posted for this video, and you'll see that the short description for this episode is the Mandalorian must ferry a passenger with precious cargo on a risky journey. So I posted several pictures that I think tie together in this episode, and you can see this is the water world. From the trailer, I know that a couple weeks ago, when I was talking with a magic maker and we were talking about that trailer, I thought that primarily the trailer was maybe the first episode, only the first episode, or maybe just the first couple of episodes. After seeing the Marshal and seeing the title for, or the description for this episode, I believe that the trailer actually spans multiple episodes, perhaps as many as 5. So this is the second piece, and I think it's the water world. And that's based off of this ferry a passenger with precious cargo. Ferry a passenger with precious cargo. Ferry reminds me of this vessel that we see, right? This is a ferry. You can see them riding on it. There's all kinds of cargo on this vessel. And here, we talked about it even yesterday or the day before, about this couple and their precious cargo being those eggs. And I believe those eggs, precious cargo, they're their children. And for some reason, they're being hunted. They've hired Din Djarin as protection, and they're going to have that cargo is going to somehow be stolen. And I think that we might not get to the icy planet in this episode, in the cave. There is a screenshot from the one of the trailers where you can see one of these Sarkans. That's these two creatures right here. Those are Sarkans. You can see a Sarkan in the cave with him. He's firing a weapon, and we believe the egg canister is involved in that, and that he's in that like ice tunnel cave in that scene. I don't know that we're going to see the ice planet in this episode. We might, but that could be where the episode leads off into the third episode, chapter 11. I'm going to hedge my bets and say that we're primarily going to stay on the water world. We might not make it to the ice planet where we see some of these other scenes. So I'm not sure, but that's where I'm going to hedge my bets. So a couple other things I think we might see with this episode is I think we're going to see Sasha Banks. She shows up on that pier where you see them walking. You see her off to the side, and I think he's going to spot her. Remember, he's protecting these two, and he's going to see her off to the side and may think of her as some sort of threat. And then I included this shot here out of the trailer as well. And I want to tie back in. I had this discussion way back. I'm going to bring up one of my videos. This was back from September 16th. So more than a month and a half ago. September 16th, I talked about who the Mandalorian is searching for in season 2. And I talked about this comic from that's being run, and the visit to Soralia. And this comic here, now let me just mute this and I'll let it play. There's some scenes that look just like the scenes that we see on this water planet. And I still think that it's very possible we might see, here it is. I just went past it there. Let's see if I can bring that back just a touch, right? So there was a, let me slow this down, see if I can't catch it there so you can see the scenes next to each other. It's this one down here in the corner, and we'll show it here in just there, right here. So Luke is in this pit, and you see the bars at the top, and it's filling with water. As it fills with water, he's trying to use the force to push the water back down so he won't drown. And this is the lady that he's been pursuing. She says you can't you can't use the force to hold back the sea, or you think you possibly could. So we see him in here trying to do that, and he says, "Do or do not. There is no try," and it goes on. But that's this scene. I want to go back to this thumbnail where I pulled this. Here are the grates over the top. He's in the water and he's being pushed up. I think it's the same place or very similar. So I still think that we very well could be going to Soralia. I know other folks have speculated that we're going to Mon Cala, and we might even get a cameo from our favorite Mon Calamari, right? We could get General Akbar could make a presence in here as well. I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see Akbar, and I think we're going to Soralia. And while there's lots of people there from Mon Cala on this port, I think they may just be there. That they may work at various ports across the galaxy because of their lineage, right? Their physical attributes lend them to work in these places. And I think it could be a little bit of a mislead. I think conventional wisdom says they're going to be on Mon Cala, but I still think that we're more likely going to this other planet where Luke Skywalker went, and there were these Force sensitives. And this was a Jedi who was in hiding after Order 66, and she had some disciples that she had, and I think that looks very, very much like Sasha Banks here. So that's where I'm going with it. That's what my thought is. I think Sasha Banks here is on that planet, and she is a Force student. So I do not think she's Mandalorian. So how does this how do we get here? Following chapter 9. But chapter 9, of course, all happened, or the bulk of it happened on Tatooine, and we had the battle with the Krayt Dragon, and of course we got the visit from Cobb Vanth, which I think we're going to see in a recurring role, much as we did Quill in season 1. So we had Cobb Vanth here, but how do we get from there to here? I think I saw earlier somebody mentioned that he may be trading some of the Krayt Dragon meat with the Jawas on another to get another clue. That very well could be. He could be going back to the Jawas or back to Mos Eisley and trying to get information about where he can find another Mandalorian. Right? He's in search of other Mandalorians who can give him information about where the child's type are, right? Where his people are. And that's going to lead him there in Mos Eisley. He's going to find information that's going to send him here to this water planet that we saw in the comics. And that's going to lead him to these other characters. And that's where we're also going to see, again, Sasha Banks. We're going to see her show up there. So that's my prediction for chapter 10. I think towards the end, we did see the scene in the ice cave with the eggs. We could very well end up there. That could be part of this same planet or different. And I think there might be a little bit of a misdirect where we see the Razor Crest crashed into the snow, and where we see Din Djarin in the cave shooting. So I'm not sure that's the same planet. Not sure that's the same episode. And if we're going to follow the Sarkans, and we're going to find that he's protecting these eggs, and those eggs are going to be stolen, perhaps the child will get caught up in all of that. We'll see. So I'm super excited for the episode. It's going to be out in the middle of the night tonight. We may get on tomorrow to do a brief review. I've been thinking that I'll do my reviews on Monday, along with Mando Monday, as we get new merchandise released, and we would talk about it there. So that's my thoughts on Chapter 10. What do you all think? Do you have your own theories? Where are you in this? And I don't see any chat coming up. I'm going to real quick go to YouTube here, and I'm going to see if, oh, Dale Ertman. Oh, hello, Dale. I see you there. Okay, so the chat is working. Dale, good to have you here. And let me know what your thoughts are. Jonathan, I saw you here. Dale, if there's anybody else, let me know. What do you all think? Yeah, season 2 is definitely off to a good start, and I am super excited. There's some other information out there. There's I saw in my on my phone this morning, got a notification, and there's this. This is from Screen Rant, and they're a little clickbaity, right? The Screen Rant, some of the stuff they put out is complete garbage. But I got this notification about Chapter 9, Episode 1, Season 2, Episode 1, breaking the Return of the Jedi's timeline. I haven't seen any YouTubers out there spilling any hate towards the Mandalorian yet, but this here might get a little bit of pushback, and I'll show you what they're talking about. There's in the episode in Chapter 1 or Chapter 9, they show a hollow projection of the Death Star 2 exploding. Right, so here's the hollow projection of the Death Star 2 exploding, and when it explodes, in this video, they've got this language up here. So somebody went and translated this. Again, this is the Death Star 2 exploding. That's what was explained in the context of the show, and we have this text. The text was translated as little does Luke know that a galactic empire has secretly begun construction of a new armored space station more powerful than the first dreaded Death Star. That's in the opening crawl of Return of the Jedi. And the video was supposed to be the end of Return of the Jedi. So this little Easter egg that they put in the episode actually caused a contradiction within the same scene itself. Presumably, they could only be showing the Death Star 1 blowing up if that was the opening crawl for the Death Star 2, and it's saying that the Empire has begun construction on a new space station, even more powerful than the first. Hey, I saw Callisto. Welcome. It kind of did with the hologram thing. Yeah. So I don't know what people think about it, how upset people are going to be about it, or if it even matters, right? They put an Easter egg in there as fan service, and certainly know that if you're putting fan service in, people are going to go in and translate it. People are micro-analyzing every frame of the show, looking for little callbacks. There's another one, by the way, their character that was dropped. We see in the Force Awakens, or not the Force Awakens, in the Clone Wars animated series, one of the other bounty hunters that shows up in the episode. I believe it's the one with the cube, where they go through the trials. The dude with the flat hat, right? A bit of a Asian influenced character wears that flat hat. He actually shows up in chapter 9 as well, right in the beginning and during the fights. And you see a nice shot of his face there wearing that hat. So that was another nice little Easter egg. And is he actually that same bounty hunter, much older? I mean, much older. Or is it just the same type of race, come from the same planet and still wearing the garb? I think it's more likely the latter. I don't think that it is a bounty hunter per se. We didn't see any follow through with that, so I think that's it. So let's see what you guys. Jonathan says, I think he says the video is the first Death Star, and Cobb verbally tells about the second one. I just rewatched it right before this. I'll have to go back and watch that section again to see. You might be absolutely right, Jonathan. Hello, Mark. So they could be watching a hollow projection of the first Death Star exploding, and this quote from the crawl of the Empire or the Return of the Jedi is actually within context. So that absolutely could be. Again, I don't know that it's a big deal. I think, Jonathan, you brought up a good point. If it's a hollow projection of the first Death Star exploding, but they're talking in context of the second Death Star exploding, perhaps it still doesn't break anything. And again, this comes from Screen Rant. Screen Rant isn't exactly authoritative on a lot of things. They run a lot of articles from Doomcock and from Mike Zero and other sources as well. So I don't put a great deal of stock in it. I just wanted to bring that up. The next thing is, hey, look at this. We've got this official trailer for the Lego holiday special. And I saw Josh Lucas played it on the Den of Nerds this morning. Thought we would go ahead and share it here as well, just to get it in here and get our thoughts and my reaction to it. So without further ado, I will let this play. We'll see what we can get on here.
Was the night before Life Day in a galaxy far, far away. Looking good. Tree, food, decorations. Coming together, heroes were to celebrate the day. Please be a cake. Please be a cake. That's all right. Ray adventure called, and she thought it would be fast. But there she found a key to the galaxy's past. What are you doing? This is so cool! We see my master. My master's master. Concentrate. My master's father. Impressive. My master's father's master. Emperor Palpatine? I don't believe it! You think maybe you could put a shirt on? It's a key to travel across space and time. I will change to the future. So sure are you? Less talky, more fighty. So cute. Gimme. Galaxy's best emperor. You thinking what I'm thinking? Music! In time of joy, this is Ray of friendship, of family. Who are you guys? Master Skywalker. My son. I mean, these binary sons. Unda, souls? You want to shoot first? After you.
All right, so there we have it. I'll go back. There's some things in here that I think are precious, and let me mute this. Change the speed to 1/4 playback. I love Star Wars. I love Lego Star Wars. I love Lego, the Lego movie. The callbacks, the Batman, Lego Batman, they're all great. I've already seen some people kind of getting a bit burned over Kylo getting excited to see the Emperor and just kind of saying how abusive that is and how it glorifies abuse and those kind of things. Look, it's Lego, right? It's all irreverent. It's all for fun, and they just use the characters in whimsical ways within context, and also throw in cultural references from other things. And you should just have fun with it. And don't get caught up on this character interacting with this other character. I know some people were talking about Luke Ray. They were calling it, I believe it was Rook, Ray Luke. Look, that's not a romantic thing. Folks, it's Lego Star Wars. So we'll just, Lego Star Wars. They're hilarious. So I want to play this back. I've got it muted because there's a couple of things I just think are fun. The first here is, if you can't laugh at Lego Star Wars, you got to chip. Yeah, people in these days looking for saying things to complain about. Here we go. Of course, this is Rey, I believe. Yeah, landing the X-wing, and this all looks like the end of Rise of Skywalker, right? So this is, and I love Poe. So here's Poe. He's wearing a holiday sweater that's just ridiculous, right? We've got a turkey. This looks more like a turkey than you might think. Those porgs. I don't think it's a porg. We got turkey, potatoes, broccoli. You got Finn back here, Rose, and an Ewok. It's all fun. They're all jokes. There he is with his holiday sweater, BB-8 holiday sweater. It's great. There's Rose again. Maz Kanata is here. Look back here. Look, you see that? Look, from the original holiday special, right? This is one of the other Wookiees from the original holiday special. Here you've got Jaina, I believe that was her name, from Rise. And it's just fantastic. Look at all these characters. It's wonderful. And there you get Zori Bliss. Right, there's a porg back there. And of course, Akbar gives him the wrap, which was a fantastic thing here. So they're selling some in the it's a wrap. And so you see their nice reaction from Chewie. Around we go. I thought this was interesting. I want to stop it here just 1 second because you see Rey going to visit this place. The door opens up. You get a nice symbol here, the Jedi, and she gets this key. And the key lets her time travel. A lot of people thought that they might actually try to bring the world between worlds into Star Wars post-Tross. And I know a lot of the Reylos want to see Ben Solo brought back, and that he is currently in the world between worlds trapped, and they want him to come out. So I wanted to show you all this. This is when she's using this key to open the time portal. And let's compare that to the world between worlds. So here's just a Google search on images with the world between worlds. And you can see that that's more of a clean sphere in the triangle, clean sphere within a triangle. If we look from, here's the portal with the wolves going around. Here's where he opened that portal. From the inside the portal, you've got these round rings, and each one of those rings, when they walk up to them, are really clean circles, right? So we have these clean circles. The portal, always these real clean circles for entry in and out of any of the dimensions, right? So that's how they always look. We go back here and look at this. This is a swirling circle, and we see things drop in and out of it. It's much more like what we get in the Marvel Avengers movie, right, where they're time traveling, and the callback here is actually more, I think, reminiscent of Endgame than it is of World Between Worlds. That's what it looks like to me. So you see here this Endgame like portal, and I say that because you'll see some of the, like, a bunch of ships come through it, right? A bunch of characters come through it, and that's what happened in Endgame as well. So here's where we get the whole Luke and Rey, like a Rey-Luke relationship. That's not what happens in the context of what we see in here. It's funny. She says, "Oh, master." She sees him as her master, not as a romantic interest. It's nuts. So that's, of course, his initial run on the Death Star 1 when he hits the portal there. So she's time traveled back to A New Hope, right? There he is in Empire Strikes Back. Call back to ESB, right? I like the wrench hanging there. Yoda. These are great. The dialogue. Now, here's the next thing. Notice that Rey's using her new lightsaber. This is the yellow blade on the one she created. The hilt doesn't look exactly right, but it's Lego, so just it's all fine. So there's that. Here's where we get a little bit of complaint about Kylo, right? So Kylo Ren sees the Emperor, and you see him get super excited. Here he does a happy dance. Now, I think some time passed. I think they're putting this together differently because you saw Kylo Ren, full Kylo garb with the mask on, and here he's got the mask off and shirtless. So I don't think those scenes go together the way that the people are putting it. Mark. C-3PO was on that bridge too. Oh no, let's not go there. Let's not go there. Good fun. I think the movie's going to be hilarious. I'm super excited for it. And it's just coming out in a couple of weeks, right after, I think right after Veterans Day here in the U.S., 17th. So there, Darth Vader gets the key to the time portal. Of course, we know in Rebels, the Emperor wanted to get access to the world between worlds, so that's going to lead to that discussion again. Here's Rey with their yellow lightsaber, Luke with the green one. And I don't think it's the world between worlds. I think it's just a different way of time travel. Less talky, more fighty. Oh, great line. It's a great line. And then, look here. So this was interesting. This is, again, back from, that was from Attack of the Clones. Here we're back into the Phantom Menace. We got some fun stuff going on. Again, there they jinx each other and double jinx each other. Good fun with speeder bike troopers. Yellow lights. See people falling through the portal. There's the child. We get Mando. So we got Mandalorian in there. This is all great. And the overlap of time frames where you start to see, so they're falling back through there again. But you see characters overlap and show up even with themselves. So like we see Han Solo with, from the original trilogy, standing side by side with Han Solo from the sequel trilogy. Darth Vader giving Emperor a gift. Now, if you've been following along in the books, in the extended universe, Darth Vader actually has a bit of spite towards the Emperor. He doesn't admire him. He fears him for the power he has, but he doesn't at all. So here we go. We get Zori. There's Finn. There's the sweater. I love all of it. I love all of it. It's all great. I think we're coming up. Yeah, we've got another scene coming up here. So we've got a bunch of Wookiees playing in the snow. There's Rey and Finn hugging again. It's a recurring theme, right? Rey. I'm more of a Finn Rey guy myself, by the way. But there's that. Luke. And here again, this is where I say it's more like in-game, right? All of those coming through the portal, like in-game, they're all piled up. And you see, here's Anakin with Luke. Like they're all there in that pile. Just a wonderful video. Wonderful, wonderful trailer. She just hid something behind her back there. You see that? Let's take that back just a little bit. What is it? She hides behind her back. The Rey's got something in her hand. Oh, there. She's got her lightsaber hilt. She just puts her lightsaber back. And then I think that ends it. Yeah, Max Grebo. Yeah, Binary Sons. And I think then we get the and then Luke drinking milk from a blue carton, blue milk. Get it? Oh, just great fun. I think folks need to chill out a little bit. Just enjoy it. Have fun with it for what it is. This holiday special coming November 17th. Very much looking forward to it. And there we get the 2 Han Solos with Greedo. There's Anakin. It's all great. This is fantastic. So I loved it. I'm excited for it. And yeah, they're both shoot. So, looks like older Han did get his out first, so they came right back to back there. So let's see if I can get that shot. Yeah, here. Hold on. Yeah. So he shot, and then he shot both of them. Shot a Greedo. So I thought it was fun and just having fun with it. So there's that. I wanted to touch base here. Let's see, Mark. I reckon we'll get more Vader plotting his revenge against Palps in the Kenobi series. Yeah, in the books, there's one of the books I read recently was Lords of the Sith, I think it is, or Dark Lords of the Sith, and it's Palpatine and Darth Vader. They get attacked. Vader's destroyer gets blown apart, and they end up on a world together. And you see a lot of that adversarial kind of relationship between them. Yeah, absolutely. The Razor Crest. Look here, Razor Crest. We're down to 750 needed, and we'll have backing to unlock the last unlock. So we're 16,250. We got 4.5 days left. I think we're going to get there easily. Again, I don't know that they're always counting in the overseas stuff, so we'll discount that. So, lastly, I wanted to show you guys. I did order one of the holiday figures, and it came yesterday. So here's the package. I already took it out. Next time, what I thought is, and I see it's very popular, are unboxings. Next time, I'll leave it boxed, and we'll unbox it together, and I'll give you my full reaction and review of it here on a live stream. But here was the box. It was the Range Trooper Holiday Edition, and you can see I've already taken it out. And here we go. It's fantastic. We've got here Range Trooper Santa. This is great. Look, the feet here are articulated, right? You can adjust the feet. It's got the snow on the boots there. That's fantastic. Of course, the hips and the knees are bendable as well, so you can pose the figure. It's great. It's absolutely great. The coat here, it's removable if we really want to put some effort in. I'm going to, of course, leave it on, but you can take the armor off. What this is a rubberized material here. This coat, it's fantastic, and it's actually quite substantial. It's got some nice weight and heft to it. The hands are movable a little bit here as well. Let's get this where you guys can see. The hands are movable. The elbow twists and turns here, shoulder. Again, this cloak at the top, this is rubberized. So rubber material there, so it gives a little bit. And of course, the head art is you can rotate the head there as well. The helmet is not removable; it's just attached there. So that's this holiday trooper, the Santa trooper. I think he looks great. I think he looks fantastic, and he comes with a weapon. I can't show you because it's blue. And Santa's sitting in front of a blue screen here, so you can't see that. But there's also with it, you get this BB-8, or I mean DO droid, and I'll show you the DO droid here. So here we've got DO, the red-nosed droid, right, with the antenna on the back, and these antenna are movable. So these are jointed. You can move these, reconfigure them in different fashion. You can push them together like that. So there, I think you can see that really well. So he's red nose, Dio. The head is articulated, so you can turn it sideways like that, right? Right. So you can turn the head. The wheel is also on a pivot, so you can spin the wheel, which makes this super hard to stand because he wants to tip over whatever's on the ground, right? Because he is attached, of course, to the wheelbase. And when you try to stand him up, he just will not stand up. And I've tried, but you can't get this little guy here to stand. So I just love him. I think he's great. You can see there. Dio, the red-nosed droid, wonderful. Santa loves him. So that's great. Yeah, where's Santa's sack? There is no toy sack there with Santa. It's just a rubber suit he has on. And of course, I mean, I know I already held this up before. There, you get a little sense of it. There is a plastic, you can kind of see through it again, Dag on it. It's a plastic gun that looks a bit like icy that comes with him as well. And so check the box. There's a small piece for the wheel to sit in. Let's see. I didn't see that. I didn't see a small piece for the wheel, but maybe you're right. No, there's not. Dio came in this section right up here, and there's nothing in there for him to stand on. It's empty. Nothing. Nothing. Yeah. No, nothing. The regular Dio came with a stand. Yeah, no, this one did not. But it's a wonderful toy. I love it. The quality of it is fantastic. It's really sturdy. Really sturdy figure. I love the size. I love everything about him. I love everything about him. It's just great. So there's my review of the holiday collection. I thought it was wonderful. Let's see. So did I cover everything for today? Will Morgan. Good to see you here. Hey, we can kind of go back. I did check out Will Morgan's channel yesterday. That first video is gold. It's absolutely great, Will. I loved it. If you can put the link to your channel or the link to that video in the chat, I'll see if I can approve it and let it come out to everybody. Or let me see if I can go get it myself. Let's see here. If I go back, Let me see if I can get Will's channel because it was really, really well done. Production quality on it's really high. It's quite entertaining. Yeah, Reefer Man Reviews. Watched Reefer Man Reviews, Cobb Vance videos. Those were really good too. I really enjoyed those. Why I'm having internet. Meta Egg is the site. Let's see here. There we go. Oh, it's got another video up. So let's see here. There's a link. There we go. Share it with you all. There's a link to the to Will's Meta Egg channel. Go out there and subscribe to him. He's right now sitting at 39. If you haven't subscribed to me, I'm still looking for subscribers as well. Remember, I've got a giveaway. I've got a whole, Santa does have a sack. I've got a whole sack of toys here. We're going to give these away when we reach 1,000 members. There's a whole bunch in here, and we'll give those away to the subscribers when we get a community up here. So very much looking for those. Yeah, Will. Yeah, the was very well made. Reefer Man, you got to quit smoking so much. Yeah. Your videos are hazy because of all the smoke in the room. That's a lot of fun to watch Reefer Man's videos as well. So, look, I had a lot of fun today, folks. This was great. Let me see if I can go back and I'll just touch base on where I think we're headed with this episode. For those of you who got here late, we'll just do a brief recap. The short description for chapter 10 is the Mandalorian must ferry a passenger with precious cargo on a risky journey. That's the title. Ferry reminds me of the scenes we see on the ships, the vessels in the movie or in the trailer and the production quality of these episodes is movie quality. But I think we're going to see the sailing episodes. I think that we might be on the planet that we saw in the comic books instead of Mon Cala. And I think we're going to see Sasha Banks' character. And I think Sasha Banks' character is going to be a Force wielder, not a Mandalorian. And she may or may not appear in this kind of garb because there is a close-up video where you can see there's a lot of digital effects on here that make it look quite wonky. So I think the passenger with precious cargo are going to be these parents. These are Sarkans, and the precious cargo is going to be these eggs, their children. I think those are their children. And the Sarkans and their children, he is escorting them on this journey. It does say it's a risky journey. So I think that we're going to see some those eggs stolen. We see them in a cave, or we see Sarkans in a cave with Din Djarin, and he's firing his weapon. Josh seems to think there's a dispute whether the Google description is legit. This Google description actually showed up on IMDb, and I know IMDb can be manipulated, but I do think that the description is correct. I don't think the title is correct. Right, those season 2 chapter titles are bogus. I think they're completely bogus. So I do think that we're going to see, the water episode tonight, right? See if the speculation plays out. Yep, they're mithril. Mithril are those blue guys, not these guys. These guys here. These are not mithril. These are Sarkans from the planet Sarka. And I do not think we're on the planet Sarka. I think they're being they're on a journey. It's a dangerous mission of some sort. Their precious cargo is this. They may be wealthy, and their children may be targets for people to hold ransom, that kind of thing. So we may end up with just a bit of some wealthy travelers who are trying to protect their children against people who want to steal them. Yeah, these are Sarkans. That's right. That's absolutely right. So these are Sarkans. The Mithril are the blue guys, like from episode 1, season 1, the blue guy that got frozen in carbonite. That's and we see him coming up in season 2. Who said space whales? Oh, there we go. Will Morgan, right? Hyperspace whales. If you want to see hyperspace whales, go watch season 2 of Lost in Space. You'll see live action hyperspace whales or space whales. I believe absolutely stolen from Rebels. They look just like them. So there's that. Let's see. Water episode tonight. Yeah, for sure. I think there's a bounty on the children, or somebody thinks that they can steal the children. There might be a bounty on these rich people here. I think they're probably rich, and these are their children, and they're being targeted for some sort of put some bounty on them to get them back. So that's my thoughts. I think that's where we're headed with chapter 10. I don't know if we'll get into the caves tonight, or if those will come in chapter 11 on that snow planet, or we might have 2 different planets. Oh, Callisto. Good question. What's the deadline to get the discount on JingleRing? That discount was extended to tomorrow. So they had some technical issues. There have been some issues this week with people trying to get their reservations in, and with using the JingleRing ID, that Jingle40, that is my JingleRing code. So you see there, Jingle40. If you put that code in, that's how you get me. They're having all kinds of problems with not aligning to people. They're having technical issues on the backside. So they had to refund some money. They're rescheduling, and the discount is Friday, so tomorrow. Boba or no Boba tonight? I don't think we're going to get much Boba tonight, maybe none. There will not be a continuation of the Boba story arc, at least tonight, at all. I don't see that happening at all. I think we may come back to there, but I don't think so. There's another article out, and I saw Star Wars Meg covered it this morning. She read through the whole article, that think that season 2 could be Boba's redemption arc. I don't think so. This isn't about Boba Fett. This is not going to be about Boba Fett. And I don't think they're going to cover Boba Fett's redemption arc in season 2 of The Mandalorian. I think we're going to get very, very little Boba tonight, if any, maybe none. So I don't think they can get all the way to the water planet by episode 2. I think so. I disagree. It'll be a bit of a montagey thing, like they did in episode 1, where he started off with the Fight Club there, and then he got in the Razor Crest and showed up at Tatooine. I think we're going to get at the beginning. He's going to go back to Mos Eisley. He's going to trade that meat, the dragon meat there, for the crate dragon meat for more information. He may get that from the Jawas or from other traders in town. Use that crate dragon meat as bargaining, and then he'll leave Mos Eisley and arrive at that water plant. I think it may come that quickly. Not enough description to be about that specific part. We'll see. Boba for sure. We'll see. I don't think so. If we're lucky, Boba chases them off Tatooine. I think Boba may catch him in Slave 1 later. And I thought your prediction about the Razor Crest being damaged from a space shootout with the Slave 1 is a pretty good one. Maybe get that. Do you think that Mando will follow story arcs sort of like Clone Wars? Maybe so. Yeah, it may be more Clone Wars issue where I think what they have in common is that they are episodic, right? So that's what these lend themselves to very, very well. They're episodic shows that allow people to follow the story over time and allows develop characters, develop the story in a longer format. They're already starting to get some complaints about people who want to move along more, but we're not in a compressed timeline like with a movie, or we don't have these to stay within that 30-minute time frame that they did in season 1. It'll allow them to let these things breathe a little bit more. I loved the scenes with Cobb Vanth and Din Djarin going through the desert and just chatting on the as they were on the bikes. So there you go. Missed out a bit. Yeah, you're catching up, Dale. Okay. I feel like this laying down the Fallen Order storyline, returning back to certain planets, continuing certain tasks. Yeah, that's a fair point, Will. I've seen lots of references to video games, and I mentioned that earlier in the week. There are a lot of video game Easter eggs, video game reference points, story points, and the Crate Dragon felt like a boss level fight, right? At least it did to me. It felt like that's a boss level. And if you look, I saw somebody mention how Din Djarin's leveling up. In season 1, he had the encounter with the Mudhorn. That was his boss level fight, right, against a monster. And the Mudhorn, he had to get help from the child that suspended it in air because he was getting his butt thoroughly trashed by the Mudhorn, right? The Mudhorn was whooping him bad, and the child helped him. In this episode or this season, he upped his game. Now he's going head to head with a Crate Dragon and ends up destroying it without aid from others to a large degree. I mean, sure, they were all fighting it, but he ended up going in the belly and blowing it up from inside. So, yeah, I think it's, yeah. What I think you meant, Will, is take my money, right? Mando video game, take my money. I think you might actually get that. So that's where I think we're going with Chapter 10. I think we're gonna leave Tatooine relatively early. He's going to use that Crate Dragon meat as barter with Jawas or some other people for information, and he's going to go. He may even run into this couple there in the Mos Eisley and pick up the job, much like Han Solo picked up the job with Luke and Obi-Wan. He may pick up the job there at Mos Eisley to protect these people, and they will give him information that he seeks, or that there's some sort of alignment between what he wants and what they'll see. So that's my predictions for Chapter 10. It's just coming up tonight, folks. So with that, I think we'll cut this off. Maybe I'll come on tomorrow. We'll do a review. You all let me know. I think we're going to get Josh is going to be live streaming his reaction in the middle of the night tonight. Santa's not going to do that. We're busy at the North Pole making toys. We're busy here, and we'll be doing these visits with children on JingleRing. I have a grand opening Saturday at Cabela's here in Columbus. Saturday evening, we'll be doing that grand arrival and grand opening at Cabela's. And then, of course, I'll be doing these JingleRing visits going forward. So the Sarkhan is in the cantina in season 1. Oh, so, I have to go back and look at that again, Mark. I didn't see the Sarkhan there, but good one. So let's see what happens. We'll be excited to talk about it probably on Monday. Mando Monday's coming up, and I would prefer to do my reaction then and review, and we could talk about Easter eggs and those kind of things on Monday as we get the reveal of the next wave of characters. We are expecting another vintage collection figure to be coming this coming week with to help fill out the Razor Crest characters, and we should be getting, I believe, Grief Karga this coming week. We'll see. Yeah, check out Meta Egg. Absolutely. I saw you have another video out there, Will. I look forward to watching it later today. So you all have a fantastic day. Enjoy The Mandalorian. I look forward to chatting with you all about it soon. And until next time, Merry Christmas, everyone.